Hey, what's up guys? John here. I'm looking at the chain of events in front of us right now, and I see something really big happening the next 6 months to 12 months and 24 months. And I'm going to make a string of predictions in this video of where I see the world going. You know, me, I have a 14-month-old son. I'm paying close attention to how things are unfolding because I know when he's 18, 20, 25, him going to college, him finding a traditional job is highly unlikely. So the decisions that I make today are going to impact his life. So with that being said, in this video, I'm going to give you my summary of where I see things going. I'm curious, do you agree with what I'm saying? If so, drop it in the comments. If not, also drop it in the comments. And please smash that like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube's going to be more likely to share the content. And the more people that see it, the more people that become educated as to what's really going on. So please hit that like button. Let's begin. Put this article here from RT. It says, robotics company plans to flood the pandemic-based economy with androids to keep people safe. Hong Kong-based Hanson Robotic makes the viral sensation humanoid robot Sophia have announced plans to mass-produce robots by the end of 2021 for the use of multiple sectors in this pandemic economy. The company will launch 4 models, including Sophia, the new Grace robot, which will be sold for the use in healthcare sector. Healthcare, it sounds so far out, but look what they're doing in China. Products from other big players in the industry are helping fight the pandemic as well. SoftBank's robotics, Pepper Robot, was deployed to detect people who are not wearing masks. In China, robotics company CloudMinds helped set up a robot-run field hospital during the outbreak in Wuhan. We scroll up here. Hanson Robotics believes solutions to this pandemic are not limited to healthcare, but also could assist in industries such as retail and airlines too. Sophia and Hanson Robots are unique by being so human-like, he's added, that can be so useful during times like this where people are terribly lonely and socially isolated. Hanson said he aims to sell thousands of robots in 2021, both large and small, without providing a specific number. Social robot professor Johan Horn, whose research has included work with Sophia, said that although the technology is still relative infancy, the pandemic could accelerate a relationship between humans and robots. And then what's very interesting is that Sophia the Robot just sold an NFT, a non-fungible token, for $688,000, which does a couple things. Yeah, it drives money. That's not the real reason, in my opinion. The real reason is it drives attention to Sophia the Robot. And then at that point, they're going to leverage that attention. They're already talking about doing it right now, saying that she's going to have a music career and that she is going to have collaborations with other pop stars. Yeah, seriously, other pop stars. So you could see a Sophia the Robot doing a collab with Justin Bieber or Beyonce or some big name, and all that's going to do is drive more attention, more recognition, and more credibility as the talents of these robots. And then ultimately, they're going to leverage that. I think the next 6 months, we start to see more situations where Sophia the Robot gets in front of us. We'll see her on stage or performing some type of event the next 6 to 12 months. After that, then throughout 2022 is when we're really going to start getting bombarded with this. And then you think about all the new restrictions that they're pushing out due to the pandemic, where if somebody gets sick at your job, let's say you're a business owner, somebody gets sick at your job, you have to notify all of your other employees to get tested. If they get tested and come back positive, you have to offer them paid leave. But with robotics, you can simply avoid all of those situations. So we're going to start to see more and more and more jobs start fading away in the name of safety, probably in the next year, 2 years. It's going to be really scary, but it's going to be a gradual erosion of human labor. And here's what they're rolling out in the Netherlands. It's waitresses to help with social distancing, robotic waitresses. Now Ford is coming out with this robot. It's a self-driving vehicle. The robot gets out of the back, grabs the package, takes the package to your front door, comes back, gets inside of the van, shuts the door, and the van drives away. So they have this technology. It's mind-blowing that they have this technology. No one really knows about it. No one really talks about it because it seems just so far out there. But this whole shutdown, everything that's happening right now is the moment that they have, this small moment in time that they have to really commercialize, grow, scale, and dominate. This is the time for the one percenters. maybe not even the 1%ers, the 0.05%ers, they are going to live a life with more freedom and more luxury and more power than ever before. Meanwhile, 99% of the rest of the world will live a life far less than what they've experienced in prior years. Look at this article from Forbes, January 2020. Can robots reduce racism and sexism? Robots are becoming a regular part of our workplace, serving as a supermarket cashier and building out our cars. More recently, they've been tackling even more complicated tasks like driving and sensing emotions. Estimates suggest that about half of work humans currently do will be automated by 2055. Think about that. We've got about 8 billion people in the world. They're saying half of the world's work will be automated by 2055. But there may be a silver lining to loss of human jobs to robots. New research indicates that robots can help reduce prejudice and discrimination. Apparently, just thinking about robot workers leads people to think that they have more in common with other human groups, according to research published by American psychologists. When the study participants' awareness of robot workers increased, they became more accepting of immigrants and people of different religion, race, sexual orientation. So you start to see the narrative, how they're slowly trickling it down here online, but then on the mainstream media, CNN and Fox and all these different channels, they are all selling the same narrative about how imperfect humans are. This is the solution to everyone's problem. We just stay home. We'll stay home and we'll get a stimulus check. We'll stay home and we'll just get a little handout. And meanwhile, what's going to happen next is they're going to start really bringing these robotics, these machines, into the spotlight. Look at how they are positioning us humans against robots in this article. It says, Robots and Racism. A study conducted by the Human Interface Technology Laboratory in New Zealand and published by the country's University of Canterbury suggests people perceive physically human-like robots to have race and therefore apply racial stereotypes to white and black robots. These colors have been found to trigger social cues that determine how humans react to and behave towards other people and apparently robots. The bias against black robots is a result of a bias against African Americans, lead researcher Christopher Bartnick explained to the Next Web. He told CNN, "It is amazing to see how people who had no prior interaction with robots show racial bias towards them." The researchers think that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. If robots are supposed to function as teachers, friends, or careers, for instance, then it will be a serious problem if all these roles are only ever occupied by robots that are visualized as white, according to the study. So you hear where they're going with this. You see what they're doing. They're positioning robots as being this harmless solution to our problem, and us humans just being very bad, judgmental, and we are inflicting racism against these innocent beings. So where I see this going is I think corporations are going to begin rolling this out more and more because humans are obviously incapable of these jobs for everyone's safety. So with that being said, this is going to get normalized through celebrities, going to get normalized through corporations, and the mainstream media is going to do everything they could possibly do to divide us as much as possible so that we don't have the same connections with our neighbors, with our friends, with our family members. We're watching television and we're starting to feel like, everyone's racist. You can't trust anybody. The world's so bad. When in reality, if you look around the people closest to you, I guarantee most of them are probably really good people, really good-hearted people. And it's not true what they're selling on TV. But at the end of the day, that program is there to program you, to make you think a certain thing. So that's where I see things going. I'm really planning, I'm studying and learning as much as possible to get ready for this transition, this transformation that we're going to be stepping into. The World Economic Forum says it's the fourth industrial revolution and it's unfolding before us. What do you think about everything that's happening right now with robotics, with technology? Do you think that this is a threat in the next 6 months, a year, 2 years, even 5 years? I think it's going to slowly start rolling out the next couple months, but it's going to just going to get worse and worse and worse as we continue. So drop your comments below. Really curious as to what you guys think about all this. Please smash that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, if you'd like to learn how to get started on YouTube, click the link in my bio. It's a free live training. And if you'd like to learn how to invest in cash flowing multifamily real estate for beginners, there's a link there as well. All right, guys.